the last time you saw that happen? What's going on, guys? Peter Cruz here. Today I thought I'd talk to you about my Ibanez. Yeah, I've got one of those too. And this is a shout out to Steve over at Pixie Licks. Rock on, dude. I watch you all the time. I love your videos. Kind of made a comment and wanted to reply to that video that I had pretty much the same guitar you did. And here it is. I wasn't lying. I told you the truth. This is an Ibanez RG3120 DR for the dark red. Excuse me. This is probably, based on the serial number, I think it's an 01. I think it was built in 2001. Probably it's one of their prestige models. It's got the prestige neck, which is a, I think it's a I think it's like a 5-piece maple neck. It's got regular Ibanez tuners, or go-to tuners is who they use, I guess, for their tuners. It's got the, I guess, 5-piece prestige neck. It's got a rosewood fingerboard. It's got the offset abalone inlays, which actually look pretty sharp. It's a mahogany body. It's got a nice little neck joint over here. For a bolt-on, it's actually a really nice neck joint. Probably like one of the better ones I've seen. It's got a mahogany body. And on the top, you've got a flame maple top on the very, very top edge of it, with a cute little natural binding effect here on the out. It's just not painted, and then they cleared the whole thing over, and it looks really, really nice. And it's got the cosmic gray or whatever color that Ibanez calls it. It's kind of like a dark chrome look on the hardware for the tuners, as well as the the locking nut and so forth, and then the the bridge and the volume knobs and so forth. It's a Edge tremolo, I believe. Might be an Edge Pro. I get all confused on the Ibanez hardware, what's what and whatever. So, but it lets you to. It's recessed in the back, so you can pull it up a good ways, which I really don't do much of. It's got the locking the locking nut, which I was just messing with it out for shooting the video, and I was it was out of tune. It was like way too flat, and anyway, so. Yeah, so but it's probably got about a 16 or so radius neck, I'm guessing, with the rosewood and so forth. It's got regular frets, regular nickel frets. I guess they're medium jumbos or whichever, and it plays really nice. And this was my #1 guitar for a number of years until I got my Carvins. So not that there's anything wrong with this guitar. I just prefer those better. I like the playability. The stainless steel frets on my main one are just so much smoother than this one. And by the way, this here, they still have the model, I think. I think it's still available in the Ibanez catalog. Excuse me. But they have since gone to where I think now you spend like $1,900 on the guitar, and you come with these DiMarzio IBZ pickups, which I don't know a whole lot about. I'm guessing they're probably made overseas, but they might be made in the US, who knows. But these are actually... This is a DiMarzio Tone Zone, and this is stock. This is the way the guitar actually came. This is a DiMarzio Tone Zone in the bridge, and this is a DiMarzio PAF Pro here in the neck position. And excuse me, the 5-way switch is actually really kind of neat, because in the full bridge position, it's full on bridge. The next one up is still full on bridge, but now instead of going in parallel mode, the pickups are in what they call series mode, which is a little bit softer sounding, a little bit less output, no hum. So you got more brightness to the parallel mode and full. And then in the middle position, it somehow does something. I forget what exactly. I'll have to look at the wiring diagram. But I think it like splits one and the other, and it plays them both together. I don't know, something whacked up. Then the fourth position up here, I believe it's this one in series mode as well, instead of the full parallel. And then of course in the full up, you got your full bridge, which is that PAF Pro. And by the way, I'm plugged into my Tubemeister 18, running through an Igniter cabinet with a Celestion speaker, and actually fronting it with a Boss the DS1 distortion pedal. Distortion's turned off. I'm just using it just to kind of tighten up the low end a little bit, because I've actually got the volume kind of low on the amp. shocking tuner, you can run into tuning trouble. Cool. That's all I had for today, guys. I just wanted to introduce you to, you know what? I just remembered. I didn't name my other one. I'll have to put it in the description below. This one here is actually called Mars. This is what I call Mars. I used to name my guitars after females, after with ladies' names. I decided it would probably, my wife probably wouldn't like that too much, me referring to my guitars as ladies. She might get jealous. So I decided to then start naming my guitars after celestial bodies, heavenly bodies, so to speak. So my my first guitar, you probably already saw the video for the carbon, the ST300. That one was called Neptune. My black one's actually called Andra, which is short for Andromeda, which is of course a galaxy. And this one here I'm naming Mars because she's red, and I guess she's the goddess of war or god of war or whatever. So Mars, and I've got other guitars that will probably get up there eventually on video, but they're also named after celestial bodies as well. That's all I got, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Rock on, and we'll talk to you later.